She was only 23, a daughter, a friend, a social worker, and a light that brightened every room she entered. Her name was Kada Scott, a Philadelphia native, a beauty queen, and a woman whose kindness and dreams inspired everyone who knew her. She wanted to own a business one day. She wanted to mentor young girls. She wanted to make her parents proud. But in early October, her bright future vanished into darkness. It was just another Friday night in Philadelphia. Kada was working her usual shift at Terrace, a senior living facility at Chestnut Hill. It was the kind of place she loved. Quiet, filled with the elderly she treated like family. Everyone knew her as the gentle one, the one who stayed behind to help. That evening, she clocked in as usual. No sign of stress, no hint of danger, just another work night. But that was the last time anyone saw her alive. When her mother tried calling her later that night, the phone rang endlessly. No answer. By morning, every call went straight to voicemail. It wasn't like Kada to go silent. She always called back. Always. Her family began to worry. Her friends tried reaching out. Nothing. Hours turned into days. Then the police were informed. Her photo began circulating online. Missing. 23-year-old Kada Scott. Her father even promised a cash reward to anyone who could provide information about her whereabouts. The city of Philadelphia came together. Volunteers searched alleys, parks, and abandoned buildings, but no one found her. Every lead ended in silence. Then detectives found their first clue, a discovery that shifted the entire investigation. Through surveillance footage and witness interviews, detectives learned that Kada had been seen shortly before her disappearance with a man named Kian King, a 21-year-old from the same area. Kian wasn't a stranger. They knew each other. How long or how close, no one could tell. But one fact was clear. He was the last known person seen with Kada. Detectives reached out to him. At first, he agreed to talk. His answers were short, his tone uneasy. Something felt off. His timeline didn't add up. His story kept shifting. And when investigators reviewed his phone data, strange gaps appeared, missing hours, deleted records, and locations that didn't match his version of events. Still, with no hard evidence, police had to let him go, but he was now on their radar. Then came a discovery that would change everything. A few days after Kada vanished, police received a report of a burned-out vehicle found in a junkyard outside the city. It was a 2008 Hyundai Accent, completely destroyed by fire. Investigators soon learned that the car had been stolen from the 6600 block of Sprague Street on October 3rd, just one day before Kada disappeared. That same Hyundai Accent had been caught on surveillance footage on October 4th, near several key locations tied to the case: the Aubury Recreation Center and the grounds of a vacant school. The vehicle was later found burned around 3 a.m. on October 7th. Detectives believe that if truly Kada is confirmed dead, then it was used to transport Kada's body after her death, and then burned to destroy evidence. And soon more connections emerged. Cell tower data placed Kian King near the same areas at the same time the stolen car was sighted. To police, it wasn't coincidence. It was pattern. Why steal a car? Why burn it? Why erase data? Why disappear when the woman you were last seen with had gone missing? The questions piled up, and Kian became the prime suspect. Two weeks later, investigators received an anonymous tip. It pointed to an abandoned school building on the edge of Philadelphia, a decaying structure left empty since 2008. The building was surrounded by tall grass, broken windows, and graffiti-covered walls. Behind it, officers noticed something unusual: a small patch of disturbed soil. Near lay a phone case and a debit card with the name Kada Scott printed on it. The officers began to dig. Within minutes, their worst fears were confirmed. Beneath the earth lay the decomposing remains of a young woman. Alongside her were fragments of jewelry, pieces of clothing, and personal items that matched Kada's. The scene was hauntingly quiet. No one spoke as they called the medical examiner. DNA testing was conducted. Days later, it was confirmed. The remains belonged to Kada Scott. The news spread fast. A city that had prayed for her safe return was now mourning her loss. Vigils were held in her honor. Candles were lit, balloons released, and her photos covered every wall in Chestnut Hill. But for detectives, the discovery was just the beginning. Now, they had to prove who was responsible. All eyes turned to Kian King. With the burned car, the phone data, and his earlier inconsistencies, investigators made their move. He was arrested and charged with arson, tampering with evidence, unauthorized use of an automobile, and kidnapping. Each charge painted a piece of the puzzle. Detectives believed Kian had taken Kada, used a stolen vehicle to move her, and burned the car to wipe away his tracks. The burial site behind the abandoned school suggested premeditation. Someone had gone to great lengths to hide her body. But was Kian working alone? That question remains unanswered. During the investigation, more disturbing details about Kian's past surfaced. Earlier that same year, in January, he'd been accused of strangulation and kidnapping in a separate incident. The charges were dropped when the victim failed to appear in court. But the shadow of that case now loomed large. Detectives began to wonder, had Kada's fate followed the same violent pattern? Despite mounting evidence, prosecutors have not yet charged Kian King with murder, because the medical examiner's office is still working to determine Kada's official cause of death. Until then, investigators can only charge what can be proven: that a car was stolen, that evidence was burned, that someone tried to erase a young woman's existence. In the weeks following her discovery, police revisited every step of her final hours. They re-interviewed witnesses. They tracked every movement, every phone ping, every text. Investigators confirmed that Kada's final known contact before she vanished was with Kian, but the puzzle remains incomplete. No one knows exactly what happened that night, what words were exchanged, what choices led to violence, and what made a young woman's life end in. Yet even in death, Kada's light fought back. Her body was found, her story uncovered, and now her name echoes through Philadelphia's streets, not as a victim, but as a voice demanding justice. This is Behind the Verdict, where mysteries speak and justice whispers.